Hello students, welcome you all to my today's session. In this session, it is going to be different and it is a unique session wherein I will not be teaching anything new but a quick revision of the chapter already done. So in this video, I tried to give a wrap up of a vital statistics chapter. So first and foremost thing is, from this chapter, for your final examinations, you will have questions for all the sections except for practical oriented questions, that is POQ for 5 marks. And if you study this chapter thoroughly, 18 marks you can score in this particular chapter. So first one is the meaning. So here, vital statistics, they record, analyze and interpret the marriages, births, deaths, sickness, etc. So this helps us in studying the health and growth of a particular community. Next one is the methods. So using registration method and census enumeration method, we can obtain the information required for preparing vital statistics. So during the intercensal years, there is a problem of calculating the population, isn't it? So to overcome that problem, here is a formula to calculate the population or to measure the population during the intercensal year, with one assumption that the growth of population is constant. Okay, so you may be given one question like this: given the following, estimate the population of a town at the end of 2013. So population at the end of 2012 of previous year, number of births, number of deaths, immigrants and emigrants. So here is the formula: PT, that is the population, P0 of the previous year, births, deaths, immigrants and emigrants, and these numbers you will be applying here. So like this it is solved. So with this, you can using this formula, you can measure the population of intercensal years. So now we are in the important part of this vital statistics chapter. That is, first part is fertility rate. Using the fertility rate, how we will go for vital statistics. So first thing is taking into consideration in this fertility rate, we will be taking into consideration live births, and childbearing age is 15 to 49. Okay, so these two are very important. This may come for 1 mark also. So next, there are several methods or measurements to calculate the fertility. First one is crude birth rate. You all know that BYP divided into 1000. So here CBR, that is crude birth rate, is calculated using this formula: number of live births in a year divided by an average population in a year into 1000. So the second one is general fertility rate. So in this general fertility rate, here women of childbearing age only is required. So childbearing age is 15 to 49. We are taking into consideration for calculation of GFR is only the data between the age of 15 to 49. Okay, and here is the formula of that. So the next one is age specific fertility rate. Here again, this is calculated for every given data, that is for every class interval. We will be calculating the ASFR individually using this formula. And the last one is total fertility rate. It is just a continuation of ASFR, and here the formula is 5 quinquennial ASFR. So summation of ASFR is multiplied by 5. So that's it about the fertility rate. Now the next one is reproduction rate. Here reproduction rate means we are considering only female birth rate here. Okay, in the previous one we were taking all the births, isn't it? Boys, and it may be boys or it may be girls both. But here only female birth rates are taken into consideration, and for the reason for this is for population to increase, female births are very important, isn't it? So the first one is gross reproduction rate. Gross reproduction rate is nothing but GRR I into summation WSFR. So now how WSFR is calculated? WSFR is nothing but women specific fertility rate. It is similar to ASFR, which we calculated in fertility rate. Similar to that, it is exactly that, and its summation is multiplied with I. I is nothing but the magnitude of each class. And the next one is net reproduction rate. Net reproduction rate, again it is a continuation of GRR, gross reproduction rate. So here I into summation WSFR, it is similar to the previous one, and one additional thing is S. S is nothing but the survival rate. Here the child which is born need not survive till it attains the age of 15. Okay, it may die in between. So that S survival rate will be given in the problem. Accordingly, we will be solving the problem. So the last topic is mortality rate. So here, considering the deaths, and types are crude death rate. It is similar to crude birth rate of fertility rate. Okay, the formula will be D by P into 1000. So the next one is age specific death rate. Again, this is also similar to ASFR, age specific fertility rate of fertility rate. Okay. So the next one is standardized death rate. Here in standardized death rate, we are comparing between two or more towns, and at the end we will be writing the conclusion as to which town is healthier. Okay. So here are the steps required to be followed while calculating the standardized death rate. The first one is calculation of ASDR. ASDR, how we were calculating? We were taking into consideration population and deaths, isn't it? So same way here, first individually we have to calculate ASDR, and later in the second stage we will be multiplying that ASDR with standard population which will be given in the problem. Okay, this for standard population will be saved for town A and town B. Okay, so once after multiplying that is ASDR into standard population will be PA. P is standard population, A means its answer, ASDR. Okay, so summation PA, that is multiplying ASDR and standard population. So after that, applying the formula. This formula will be applying, and at the end writing whether the town or which town is healthier. Okay, so the town with the less STDR will be healthier because the town with the less STDR is considered as in that particular town there is less death. Okay, so now here is a formula. Suppose two towns are given. STDR of A, summation PA divided by P. P is nothing but the standard population. PA is nothing but A multiplying ASDR and standard population. Same way here we are calculating is given here. So that's it. This is very important for 10 marks. And the last one is last three: infant mortality rate, neonatal mortality rate, and maternal mortality rate. Infant mortality rate means the death of children below the age of 1 year. And next one is neonatal mortality rate means child of less than 28 days. Okay, so the last one is maternal mortality rate. Here we are taking into consideration the mothers who die while giving birth to a child. You will not be given any problem from infant mortality rate, neonatal mortality rate, and maternal mortality rate. Okay, so with this I am concluding today's session. Thank you.